What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday and welcome back to the Automation Station here with the PeakBot team and today's special guest and new partner, Nishant, founder of Trade with Maya. I have a space there in the bottom. I can see I messed it up. I'll get that fixed. Happy Friday. Pleasure to have you, Nishant. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing great.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Ben, I'll ask you how you're doing as well. How you doing, Ben?
I'm doing good. You know, it was a interesting week with FOMC happening midweek. Of course, we saw how that impacted the markets. Nishant, question for you, not planned out of the blue. What do you do on FOMC day? Do you trade? Do you try to trade through, or do you just sit on your hands?
I just sit on my hand. I don't do anything. And I've seen some real craziness during FOMC days. Yeah. So
that's the trend here. And I'll tell you, sometimes we look back and we're like, very happy we didn't trade, obviously. But then there's sometimes we're like, oh man, I wonder what the strategy would have done. And then we look at it like, oh, probably could have won. And we're like, nope, defense first, right? The best way to win is to not lose. And volatility is not always our friend. But we'll dip our toe. Awesome. So we got a great agenda here for everybody today. Of course, we're going to further introduce and get into Trade with Maya and maya.peakbot.com, which is our new automated partnership here, and the strategy and results behind that. So we're going to get into that in just a second here. Of course, we have Trader Trivia, an opportunity to actually get started at a nice discount for Maya's auto trading. And we'll get into that and much more after that. So Ben, unless I missed anything, I think we can dive in and maybe hand it off to Nishant here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nishant, just if you would get the audience here a little bit more introduced to you, your background, how you got started with Trade with Maya, and anything else that might be interesting.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, good. Yeah. So hi, I'm Nishant. I'm a full-time options trader with 15 years of experience with options. Software engineer, that was my main career. And I worked in a fintech company for the last 10 years of my career. I'm also a CNBC contributor. I write for them regularly. I'm the author of a few books on options trading. There is a book called Mean Reversion Trading. You can look it up on Amazon. You'll find it there. So I have a really, I would say, unique skill set. Options trading and coding, which is kind of hard to find. I'll get into it. And basically, Maya, my trading algorithm, is a culmination of both of these skills together. So that's what my intro is. Now, options trading. So I'm an options trader. Options trading boils down to really three things: finding the right stocks to trade, because you can't just trade any stock with options. So you'll get killed by bid-ask spread, lack of liquidity. There are hundreds of things. Finding the right stocks, knowing when to enter, and most importantly, knowing when to exit. Simple to say, but takes a lifetime. I'm just touching 50 now, and boy, it took me a lifetime to figure this out.
Did you say 50, like 50?
50, yeah.
You look great for 50.
Yeah.
Probably Asian genes, man.
Well, I would have guessed mid to upper 30s. Just saying.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thanks for.
Don't guess my age.
You guys look in your 20s.
30s.
There we go.
So excellent. Well, Nishant, I again off the cuff, just a question here after hearing a little bit more about your intro. What is a loaded question? Maybe tough to answer, but what's your one singular favorite thing about trading options versus anything else in the market?
Yeah, I mean, man, the leverage is insane. And the thing is, not in a bad way. People think leverage, they equate leverage to gambling. But I'll give you a quick example. So when I started trading, I remember that, I was in my 20s. I didn't have a lot of money. I would set aside $500 a month from my salary to trade. And then I remember there were stocks like Priceline, which are trading at $4,000 a share.
Yeah.
Right. You buy a stock. First of all, you can buy a stock $4,000. Right. So you have $500 in your bank account, your brokerage account. You can buy a $4,000 stock. So second thing is, let's say even if you are able to somehow magically buy that for 4 months of saving, 10 months of saving, you buy one share. What is the expected return you can get from that Priceline stock? And so, like, to double your money, that stock has to go from 4,000 to 8,000. That's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
Right.
So I was struggling with. I was like, how are people making money with trading just stocks, because they're unaffordable? And the thing is, for me, trading high quality stocks is really important. Like, the Apples, the Googles, the Microsoft, and all of them. Before, I'm talking about pre-split. Right now they have split, so they have come down to $100 per share. Right? All of them were trading at $2,400, $3,000, like really high priced. So I was like, I want to participate in the right stocks, but I don't have the money. So that's where, when I got introduced to options, I realized, I can actually buy a vertical spread on Priceline, which is a $4,000 stocks, and it cost me $250 for the vertical spread. It doesn't matter. A stock could be trading at $100,000 a share, or it could be trading at $100 a share. The vertical spread always costs you $250. So that completely changed how I view the market, and options afford me to do that. This is So that's
Very well said. Yep, that's what lured us into options as well. Actually, when we first started automating, it was in equities. Just going long on stock. And you're right, you got to move the needle so much just to get a small return. So you're right, leverage and cash efficiency is what we love about options, and knowing when to strike is where years of experience comes in as well, right? So awesome. Well, we're going to dive more into your strategy here after Trader Trivia. Ben, why don't I hand it off to you? And we got a lot of people joining here from X. Why don't we hand it off and get started?
Yeah, no, the crowd is looking good. Got about 400 people on X. So for anybody that has watched us before and is familiar with this segment of the show, this is Trader Trivia, where we would normally give away some sort of promotion for a PeakBot subscription. But since we have Nishant here and Trade with Maya, we are going to be giving away the first month of this subscription for just $47. That's a huge discount. Come try it out for just $47. All you have to do, all you have to do is answer this question correctly. Email us the answer to this question at experience@peakbot.com, and we will email you back with a link to get started for just $47 for your first month. So the question to be answered is, what is the nickname for extremely low priced stocks? Is it A, blue chip stocks? Is it B, penny stocks? C, value stocks? Or D, income stocks? Now, I think both of you guys know this, so we're not going to talk about what we think the answer is just yet. Let's give the people an opportunity to send us an email with the answer, hopefully the correct answer, so that way we can email back a link for a $47 subscription. So while those emails are coming in, let's go over a quick fun fact. Yeah, Doug, that's you. Yeah, buddy. Quick, did you know that U.S. exchanges now rely on advanced AI monitoring systems to detect irregular trading patterns in real time? These systems continuously scan massive volumes of market data, analyzing trade activity, order flows, and price movements across thousands of securities. They are designed to quickly identify unusual behaviors such as market manipulation, insider trading, spoofing, and other sudden spikes in volume that could disrupt fair trading. You're gonna have to have AI built into the market for a bunch of different reasons. And in this case, security is what I'm picking up from this fun fact. Security is a very important use case for AI to pick up on these irregular trading patterns.
Absolutely. Good fun fact. We're trending in the right direction with our AI and trading, and hopefully making sure retail traders have the best shot they've got at actually getting some returns, and automation is a big part of it, along with AI. So let's maybe give everybody just another few seconds. Hopefully you answered or sent your answer to experience@peakbot.com for a chance to win a $47 first month subscription for Trade with Maya at maya.peakbot.com. Ben, I'll hand it back to you for the answer.
All right. The answer here is B. penny stocks. So penny stocks are shares that typically trade at a very low price, often considered under $5 per share. These stocks usually belong to small or less established companies and are often traded on smaller exchanges, i.e. over-the-counter OTC markets. While they can offer potential for high returns, they are also considered very risky due to low liquidity, limited information, a lot of misinformation. I'll just add that in myself, and higher price volatility, making them popular among speculative traders, also popular among scam artists.
Yeah. True.
Beware if you see anybody online saying, "Hey, come join my penny stock email list. We've got a track record of 300% winners, 500%." Like, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Nishant, have you ever experienced yourself penny stock pump and dumps?
Oh yeah. You know what? I was laughing at it because I was like, man, that trivia is awesome, because I did start my journey with penny stocks.
So did I.
Yeah. So there was this guy in my office who was this penny stock guru, right, in the office, and he actually bought a boat, like $85,000 boat, from a penny stock win. And everybody used to go to him. His name was Mike. I hope he isn't watching it. I mean, he wasn't a scammer. I mean, he made his money. So, go to Mike, like, "Hey, Mike, can you tell me a penny stock to buy?" And he would just give you a tip. So I started out like that, and then it didn't end well. And, I have this one penny stock still in my account as a reminder that never get into penny stocks. It shows a big loss, and I want to see that loss every day when I log into my brokerage.
All right, what is it? Can you tell us the stock? You don't have to.
What's the name? They changed their name. Okay, you know what? I have my brokerage account open.
No worries. I put you on the spot, but that's funny and a great way to remind yourself.
Yeah. I can't remember. It's just some weird penny stock. Yeah, some biotech stock.
And Doug says, "Who wants to spend a whole penny on a stock when you can buy 1,000 crypto coins for the same price?" Great point. Also, who's this? I'm here. All right.
I don't know. You got a fan, Dylan. You got a fan.
I don't know if that's a fan, truthfully. I mean, this doesn't read fan to me. This reads, I have to serve someone papers, or I'm confused. Where is this person?
Somebody's out for blood.
I'm like, don't show up at my house. Okay. I'm here. Okay. So, great trader trivia. Hopefully emailed us. And if not, if you have questions, you can reach out either at maya.peakbot.com or at our email. So, fellas, why don't we kind of shift back into trade with Maya mode? I can actually give a quick demo of the platform just so people can get excited about how easy this is to use. And then, Nishant, I'd hand it back to you maybe to talk a little bit more about the methodology and some of the results behind your strategy. All right. So give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. And sorry for messing around with the with all of the orientations on here with our different cameras. I'm trying to figure out which one's best, but I kind of stink at it. All right. We're going into this mode.
Just get that screen up.
There we go. Coming this way now. All right. I'm coming to the top though, Ben. See you later, man. Okay. So if everybody can see my screen, this is maya.peakbot.com. Again, our newest partnership here. You got light mode or dark mode. We already talked backstage about what's best. I have to say it. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, so this is your easy to use, fully automated platform, specifically custom built for Nishant here and his strategies. Okay, so what we'll see when we log in here, of course, the user experience is to connect your broker, right? We got to be placing these trades and sending them somewhere. And so that's going to be your brokerage account. We are integrated with Tradier and some other brokers as well. Okay, so you can come on in here. Getting your broker connected takes just literally 10 seconds. Secure, logging in with your broker's credentials. You're brought to their site, logged in, and approve access for us to be placing these trades automatically for you. All right, so once you're connected, all right, you're in here. A couple things for you to look at. This is meant to be quick and easy. All right, you're not supposed to spend much time in here. So we'll take a look at the results in the trade log here in just a second, but I want to show you how easy this is to get up and running. So, and by the way, guys, if there's anything I'm missing or misspeaking on, please feel free to jump in and interrupt me. save me. So one thing that's important to know is there is multipliers for these subscriptions. All right, so you can trade multiple units. Okay, but for one unit, you're going to need to have up to $5,000, okay, available to trade with, although not every trade will take that much cash to trade with, all right? Comment came in and I got a little distracted there because I just want to make sure I don't have a stalker or anything. All right, so once you're in here, okay, there is a universe of stocks, and Nishant, you mentioned this earlier. You like trading stocks, big name stocks that have liquidity and there's volume behind it, and no stocks are predictable, but some that maybe move a lot more directionally than others. So what you can see is Apple, Airbnb, Adobe, Amazon. All right, some really big stocks in here, Costco, and I'm sure you've been trading this set of stocks for quite some time. So what you can do here is you'll see the limit for each stock. Okay, that's how much cash would be used on an individual position. And again, correct me if I'm wrong anywhere, guys. So once you come in here and you connect your broker, you as the end user still need to approve all of the stocks in which you want automated from Maya's platform here. Okay, so you can actually just select all here. All right, and I'll hit edit. And this now allows me to come in and see the full list of stocks. All right. And you can do multiple units here. All right. So on your base subscription, you can do up to 2 units. Okay. So that's double the risk, double the reward. All right. Double the cash needed. So I'll hit play here. All right. And now once I hit update, this is just a confirmation screen that you're acknowledging that you're using a third-party platform to place the trades for you. So once you acknowledge that, you'll see that all of them are now flipped to active. Okay. I can also come in here if I wanted to, remove one individually and just pause Apple, for example. I can do that as well. Maybe you have shares of Apple that you don't want to have messed with or something. You can come in here and pause any individual stock that you do not want to take trades on. All right, so I'll go in and activate that once again. Okay, so super simple to add and remove and or pause the bots into once you're connected in your broker. Okay, so demo is super simple. You can come down here and also check out the trade logs. All right, so these are the live positions, or well, I guess historical trades here. Okay, so you can see those results as well as up here on the chart. Okay, so you can come in here and you can switch this from month to quarter to 1 week, however you prefer it. Okay, so you can see the total P&L. So that's just a little of information on the automation platform. Again, it's meant to be super simple. All right, you're not in here doing very much other than getting automated and letting it trade for you, right? So also, and I can hand it off to you here, Nishant. I'll just have this available in the background, okay, just for a little bit more information. I'll click around without being too much of a distraction. But this is your website, tradewithmaya.com. Doug loves the trade log being there. Us too. Keeps things super transparent, right? So, Nishant, why don't I hand things back off to you, share a little bit more information on Trade with Maya, your general approach, and what we're bringing to the automation here.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So the one thing I would like to add is PeakBot, your automation platform, is super easy. I have my own 2 accounts, Tradier and Tasty Trade, connected to it. And it just, you don't have to do anything. It's kind of weird that you just sit there and watch.
It is weird, isn't it?
It's kind of weird. Yeah. So thank you guys. I mean, awesome platform. I love you guys. Great job. So
well, thank you, man.
Yeah. So I have my own trivia for you guys. Okay. My trivia is this. So Ben and Dylan, both of them take 2 cars. They drive from New Jersey to New Mexico. They get there at the same time. Which one is a better driver? Can you find out from this information?
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
No, right? You can't find out because I didn't give you that. Yeah. So the thing is, you have to figure out what journey did they take to get from point A to point B. So let's say Dylan is a really bad driver. He caused almost 5 accidents, drove at 100 miles an hour, got 2 tickets, but still got there at the same time. But
sounds right.
Was driving slowly and like nothing crazy. He also got there at the same time. So the thing is, in the investment world, the same thing happens. People, they get fixated on win rate.
Mhm.
So if you ask anybody what's a good investment, they're like, okay, I put in $100,000. 2 years later, got back 200,000. So both investments, they give me the same amount. They're the same. They're not the same. So
Right.
it's you have to measure the journey that the investment took to get there. How much volatility was there in that investment? So let's say in 2020 you started with 100,000. At 2025 you got back 500,000 in investment A and B both. One investment, let's say investment A, in 2022 bear market crash dropped down 70%. You lost 70% of your portfolio.
Mhm.
Other investment was kind of boring and it just kind of chugged along, and the drawdown was like maybe 5%, right?
Yep.
Now that investment B is the better investment because of
Right.
the lack of volatility. Now, how do you measure that? How do you measure the journey? There is a ratio in the industry called the Sharpe ratio, SHARE, Sharpe ratio. That's how you measure that, and it's really important for you, for me at least. I'm 50, and capital preservation is more important than win rate.
Yeah.
So now coming back to Maya. So I told you earlier in my intro that for any trading method, there are three important things, and especially with options trading. One is stock selection, and Dylan already talked about that. So Maya trades only around approximately 42 highly liquid stocks and ETFs. So these are Apple's, Google's, Microsoft, Meta, SPY, QQQ, all these. So it's hand selected, and the thing is, it's not random. So the thing is, we have run back tests going back 10 years, which is available on my website. If you go to the back test section, performance back test section in the menu.
Yep.
We have run back tests going back 10 years, and the thing is, we had to kind of take away stocks which are not performing well and ended up with 42 stocks. I started with 240 stocks, by the way. I trade 240 stocks myself in my trading. And these are, again, 240 stocks are all highly liquid stocks. I had to narrow it down to 42, which performed best across 10 years. So did someone had a question? I think I heard Ben say something. No?
I'm not sure. I don't see anything yet.
I'll keep going.
Keep going.
So the stock selection is absolutely critical. So that's number one. So the 42 stocks, there was a method behind the madness that how we selected those 42 stocks. Second is entries. So not just because Apple is a great stock doesn't mean that you should buy Apple today, right?
Right.
You need to find the right time to buy it. And then when I was learning trading myself, just like 20 years ago, I was like, okay, fundamental analysis tells me what's a good stock, but it doesn't tell me when to buy the stock. So I started reading about technical analysis. And I remember I bought this book which had 350 technical indicators, like massive.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, once I read this book, I'll be done. And I did read that book. It took me like 6 months to go through it. I read that book, learned all the technical indicators. And what I realized was that I had to kind of unlearn the book to find the right entries. I actually narrowed it down to 5 indicators. And in fact, my book on Amazon, Mean Reversion Trading, talks about how I went about that process. So I ended up with just 5 indicators because analysis paralysis. You have too many indicators on the screen, you get confused. You don't want that. So that was the entry. And I thought once I have the entries nailed down, that's it. I'm just going to make money. But the last lesson, which was the most painful lesson, it took me the longest time to figure out, is the exits.
Oh, yeah.
When I was messing around with these technical indicators, I was fortunate that the markets were kind of trending up. So the entries were right. And I was making money. I used to write in an Excel sheet. I wasn't trading with real money. I would write down, I'm buying Apple, call option on Apple because RSI went up, because DMI went up, all those indicators. And then I would go back and tally like what happened later and was the technical indicator right at that point? And it was. Now what happened was when the first correction happened, all the trades that I had taken went to zero. And that's where the final piece of the puzzle is the exits.
Mhm.
The exit and controlling your drawdowns is the most important thing. That's how you keep that Sharpe ratio. So you see this screen that you guys are showing? Sharpe ratio is 2.5. Any Sharpe
Phenomenal.
ratio, yeah, this is like a hedge fund level
Yeah,
Sharpe
yeah,
ratio,
it
right?
is.
Anything above 1 means that it's a good investment. It's not volatile. It's not gonna no drawdowns of 70%. This is 2.5. So I'm able to maintain that because Maya focuses heavily on its trade management aspect. So there are 9 exit rules that it uses. And I believe there's a flowchart on the homepage of the website, which shows you how it manages. If you scroll down slightly, look at that
Yeah, there you
flowchart.
go.
So it has 9 exit rules. And what happens is once it opens a trade, it uses technical analysis to get into a trade. And it's so the thing is that Maya is hyper market aware. So it's not only finding that it's the right time to buy Apple. First of all, it takes this approach of understanding what the broader market is doing. Is QQQ or S&P 500 going up? Is VIX under control? So there are lots of things it takes into account to form a broader view of the market. Only then it starts looking for trades in individual stocks.
Right.
So once it gets into a trade, then it on a daily basis monitors your trade and goes through this flow chart for every single trade on a daily basis. And if any rule triggers, any exit rule trigger, it gets out. So the end result is this: every winner, because we are using options here, is generating 100% returns. Now Maya closes it at 94% ROI to avoid assignment and all that fun stuff that happens with options. So 94% ROI on every winner. And if you look at the history, there's all the trades it takes is available on the website. Performance live results.
Yep.
You can see that it's getting out of losers at sometimes 2%, 3%, 4%. So now you can imagine if one winner is giving you 100%, how many losers can you absorb if they're being cut at such small losses, right?
Mhm.
So if let's say 10% loser, that's 10 wrong trades, and one right trade can just make up for that.
Yep.
So that's the whole thing. So long story short is that any trading system, there is something called positive expectancy. The goal of trading is this, because you are in the business of losing. The goal is to be right more than you are wrong, or the goal is to be your profits to add up more than your losses, and that's called positive expectancy. And if you can generate that, then I'm sorry to say you shouldn't be trading. So your system needs to have positive expectancy, and
Yep.
that's how Maya gets there.
That's
Wow.
awesome, man.
That's a lot of sauce going on behind the scenes. I'll tell you that. I love the flow chart on the homepage too, because it kind of shows the depth at which this algorithm was developed, right? And when you sign up for your trades to be automated via Maya, it is an algorithm behind the scenes here, right? It's the algorithm that's making all of these trade decisions. So this in particular, this chart here, as well as everything you just explained, Nishant, gives everybody a really good idea at what to expect when you are using this automation tool. And I love that. People want to know what's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, and I've built Maya like 100% transparent. All the back tests are on the website. All the forward tests are on the website. Every single trade is documented in the performance section. There is nothing that's hidden. It's not a black box. The whole thing is just right in front of you.
Yep. And that we take the same approach. It's like, hey, here's all the information. Trade it if you think you can, but you should probably just automate it. But knowing about it, it's important, right? That's why they got to know what's under the hood here. They got to know how the engine works, because Nishant, I tell people, if you understand what this bot's doing and what it's looking for and why it wins, and why it loses, if you can understand that and not get overly emotional about the highs and or the lows, that gives us, and it should give them, the confidence to let the algo do its thing, right? When you're uneducated about what's going on, as soon as you see a loss, you're like, what's going on? I need to get to the bottom of this. This can't happen again. But if you can understand why it lost, you have the confidence to move forward with the automation. And that's the gap. I think that's really the gap. And you know, cheers to you. You do a great job of both educating and automating. So fantastic, man. If you want to learn more about TWM, we just say TWM internally now. If you want to learn more about Trade with Maya or automating that, okay, you can get started for just $47. I'm going to go to the sign up page here, just so people can see. This is the regular pricing, okay, $150 a month or $1,500 for the year, and there's multipliers here that allow you to trade with more cash and get multiplied results, okay. But we're going to get you started here today with an offer, okay. If you'd like it, just shoot us an email or a chat, head on over to this website and you can claim that. So not going to give away the code or exactly what that is just yet, because truthfully, I haven't spoken with these guys about it. We talked about the Trader Trivia deal. We didn't talk about this, but so if you want to get started and you want a discounted price, reach out to us and we'll get you your best price there. So again, this is maya.peakbot.com/sign up. Head on over, check it out, and let us know if you have any questions. Yeah, online business, Mokara, trading automation really fascinates me. Let's talk more. I'll get back to you on LinkedIn if I haven't. I'd love to see who you are and what your name is and if you have a face and all those things before we really engage further. Okay. But, you know, for now, I think we can be friendly. Nishant, anything else you'd like to add here before we send you on your way and get you back to trading and everything else you got going on? Is there anything else you can tell the people, the good people here?
Yeah, I would like to add this. So, you know, I've been mentoring people for 6 years now. I've mentored 6,000 options traders. That's a lot of people. And, you know, my book, if you read my book, the guts of the strategy is in the book. So like you were saying, you know, everything is transparent. The whole strategy is in the book.
Yep.
And all the people who I mentored, they understand the method, but there's always had this problem. I'm too busy, didn't have time to look at the computer. They are unable to follow the rules. And if you have a rules-based system, it only works if you follow the rules. And that's where automation comes in, that it takes away all of that. You don't have to do anything. You just have to understand what it's doing, and you just watch it do it.
That's well said. And we like to remind people too that you can jump in whenever you want. All right. Feel free. Okay. It's all happening in your broker. You're in full control, but this is here on autopilot for you. So a great blend of access, automation, and education. So Nishant, thank you so much for joining us here today. Again, maya.peakbot.com. Let us know if you have any questions. Get started, fully automated, hands-free trading. Nishant, we're pumped to have you on the team.
Sure, yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
You got it. All right, excellent. I guess we will keep things moving here. All right. So Ben, I think what we should do is get on with some economic events and see if there's any other thing here. Hold on. I gotta get through. I gotta get through with this guy.
One day.
Okay. Sorry for the weirdest way of a cold call. All right.
Yeah,
I respect the hustle. Let's see here. How do you guys ensure that your sell orders execute in lightning speed? Ben, answer that question.
Well, that's part of our sauce, right? We're the automation platform. We are able to via broker APIs.
That's the answer.
That's
clean APIs, clean orders, speed of execution in seconds. And you know, there's more answers to that, but we can't give that away to everybody. We do it very efficiently. Will your platform automation place my order as the first order on the exchange if it's at NYSE?
We don't actually execute the orders. We just place them. So
placing the order, sending to the broker, broker executes trade. What a smart man. Great info from him. Awesome. Showtime Sauce. Love the name. Thanks for being here. Maya.peakbot.com. And you can sign up there, ask for a promo code, and use the chat if you have questions. Okay. Ben, economic events, huh?
Let's look at what is going on in the world. We will be off today going into Monday because we got a JPOW speech on Saturday. So the 1DT bots will be off.
It's rude.
Rude to do that on a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It would have been great to hold over the weekend because there's not much going on Monday. So the 1DT bots are going to be off over the weekend.
Enter it manually, man. You won't. We can look at it if you want.
Yeah, we could. I probably won't. Why would I? JPal's going to speak. We don't know what's going to happen.
I'm just daring you. That's all.
Monday into Tuesday, nothing to turn the bots off. Tuesday into Wednesday, we've got a lot of data, but again, nothing to turn the bots off. Thursday, a lot of Fed speeches happening, but it looks like it's all post-market. So it looks like, and we got Michigan's consumer sentiment report next week. Looks like we were pretty busy this week with economic events. Next week, it is not so busy. And looks like the bot should be trading as long as our algorithms feel as if they should be trading, they will be trading. If VIX doesn't gap up too much overnight, bots will be trading. It's going to be an active week next week.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Tell you what's active right now. That's my Shorbo position, which is currently profitable.
There you go.
$185 in credit earned today. We're in call credit spread looking at it. We're getting a little close, but we're in a lot of ball game left. Okay. Just so if you're, keeping track at home, we have a $5 credit spread on SPX. We are bearish based on the orb breakout today. So our sold call strike is at 6570 right now. We are about $20 under it. So looking good, but we'll see. I actually refuse to look at the chart for the day because then I'll get emotional, and I'm not going to do it.
You don't want to be doing that.
I just know that I'm green right now, and that's all I need to know.
One more shout out, and then we're going to wrap here because I understand we are long compared to our usual show, which is fine. We're just hanging out. Wanted to shout out Bull Trade Finder, one of the great traders in our network of automated trading. He just surpassed a 100% return on a small account challenge. If you had started trading with him 6 months ago with a $5,000 account, just this week, just yesterday, actually, he surpassed, was it 2 days ago? Either way, this week he surpassed the 100% gain mark. So that account value is now over $10,000 with about almost $5,200 in profit. You can trade exactly what he's trading and sign up at btf.peakbot.com/sign up. Big shout out to Bull Trade Finder, great partner of ours, absolutely crushing it. And you can see that people agree with the positive comments here.
I love that, man. I got to tell you, BTF, he gets active in the community. Not all partners do. All right. Not all partners do. He's putting it out there because he should be, because his returns are fantastic, more than fantastic. Win rate's crazy. Return is there. Volume is there. You're not just sitting there waiting for trades. He's trading every day. So great job, BTF. A fantastic accomplishment. Here's to 200%.
Yeah.
All right. What else, Ben? Anything else? Any other comments here? Do you want me to keep answering this one guy's comments here in the chat?
Nah.
All right. Well, listen, hey, if you have more questions, contact us. All right. Our email. We'll get in touch with you. We got to run, got a business to run and trades to automate. Thanks so much for joining. A great shout out to Nishant, founder of Maya.peakbot.com, and his automations there. Great results. Thanks so much for joining. We'll be live Monday. We will be live Monday, right?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be
We're
live
here.
Monday morning,
We're here.
8:30 a.m. Eastern, an hour before the bell. Learn more. See you there. See you at the peak.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.